Next, police investigating the death of a mystery pensioner near Saddleworth Moor say it could be linked to a plane crash more than 60 years ago. The elderly man's body was discovered at Dudstone's reservoir last month.
He was seen on CCTV at Piccadilly Station in Manchester, but when he was found, he didn't have any ID, wallet or mobile phone. Now detectives believe he may have been making a pilgrimage to the place where a plane went down in 1949. Our correspondent Daniel Hewitt has more.
He travelled more than 200 miles from London to Manchester, walked to the top of a hill in the middle of nowhere and died. Who he is, where he's from and why he did it still remains a mystery. But could a 1940s plane crash provide the answers? On the 19th of August 1949, this passenger plane set off from Belfast destined for Manchester. But 15 miles from its destination, it ploughed into this hillside above Dudstone Reservoir in Saddleworth. Only 8 of the 32 passengers survived. Now, Oldham detectives are asking the question, is there a reason this man travelled so far to go to the spot where that plane crashed? Was this a final pilgrimage to the site where he lost a relative or a friend on board? Some here aren't convinced.
He was obviously 3/4 of a mile away from the exact location, but he'd not got any equipment with him, no maps, compasses or GPS equipment that could give him an indication of where he was. He was obviously just relying on the words from the staff at the Clarence Hotel telling him how to get up the mountain as he asked, which is a very inaccurate way of trying to find a location of this nature.
Right now, though, this is the only lead police appear to have. The last man to speak to him was the landlord of this pub.
I took him to the door, the front door, to show him the directions proper. And I said to him afterwards, I said, look, you won't get there and back in daylight, because it was 2 o'clock, goes dark at 4 o'clock. And he just said, OK, he just seemed happy.
And from the pub, this smartly dressed man wearing black slip-on shoes and with no walking equipment made his way to the top of this 450-metre peak, where he was found dead, lying on the floor with his arms by his side. There is no evidence of a violent struggle, no evidence that he fell. He was found with no phone, no wallet and no identification. Just £130 in cash and 3 rail tickets. One of those tickets was a return to London. Would a man destined to die by a journey back from where he came? It is just one of many questions that surround the death of the mystery man of Saddleworth Moor. Daniel Hewitt, ITV News.
Police say they're investigating what they've described as concerning images taken at a care home in Middleton. This video, taken by a member of staff at Ashbourne House, appears to show care home workers abusing a doll used to comfort elderly patients. Staff in the video can be heard saying, "Die, baby, die." Officers are investigating whether a criminal offence has been committed.
Tributes have been paid to a mother who died in a crash on the M62. Joetta Shumba was killed when the car she was in collided with a lorry between the Eccles interchange and Birchwood in the early hours of Sunday morning. Her friends said she was a lovely woman with a bright future ahead of her.
There's increasing pressure on the government to change the way asylum seekers are placed around the country after 3 areas of Greater Manchester